Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, back with another speed build. This is a speed build of a Japanese artist home. Robin, you requested that I do a Japanese style home, and that is exactly what I'm doing today. And this is definitely probably one of my more unique builds. I tried a lot of new techniques in terms of just build style. I love the exterior of this build. I think it's so cool and unique. I downloaded a lot of new build mode custom content for this build. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I definitely really like it. I think it turns out looking so cool. So, please watch till the end and check out the interior video, which will be out tomorrow. So a little backstory on this build. This artist, I imagine, is a sculptural artist. So an artist who works with 3D kind of artwork, sculpture artwork, stuff like that. I even give him this really cute little mini sculptural garden, which I think is so cute. Just wait till you see it. I think it's so cool. But yeah, I'm just really happy about this build, so I'm all giddy right now. But please stick around to the end of this video, just because honestly it's a great build and I want you guys to see all of it because I'm really proud of it. I think it's so cool. Anyways, you can look at those round windows. I use a lot of these circular windows in this build and I think they're so amazing. I just really wanted to build a very unique kind of artistic looking home because again, this is a home for an artist, so I figured that he would live in a place that's very architecturally unique and artistic and has really cool elements like this drop, I don't even know what to call this, this angular drop down thing in front of the windows. Just a cute little touch I added. I just feel like this looks so good. I'm so proud of this. Anyways, I'm gushing about this build so much. I'm overhyping it. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I should lower your expectations so that you're pleasantly surprised by how good it is. But I'm just adding in some roof trim here. As you can see, I built this in the snowy escape world, so everything's covered in snow. So I didn't really pay too much attention to the things, the color palette of the things that were covered in snow. For example, the roofs, since you can't actually really see what the tiling on the roofs look like. I didn't really pay too much attention to it. So if, this will be on the gallery. Obviously there's a lot of custom content in it, but if you happen to download it into your game and you don't put it on a snowy lot like this, I don't know really what it'll look like, to be honest, because I haven't seen it not covered in snow. So, do that at your own risk, I guess. It might look totally weird. But I really do like how the snow looks. I feel like it's very simple and calming and just this sheer bright white, just really, I don't know, it's a very nice neutral backdrop to the very unique architectural features of this build, if that makes any sense. The round windows are so freaking cool. I love the round windows. Anyways, you are gonna see a lot of rock placement in this build, as usual, because I just really like rocks for some reason. I don't know. So be prepared to watch some fun rock placement. I would describe this house as more of a compound than a home. And that's because it does have these very large walls around the whole thing, and there's also multiple little buildings on the lot, and there's a little garden farm space and what's it called, an onsen, a hot springs. As you can see, this is a very luxurious, very large lot, so I would say it's more of a compound. But I'll probably just call it a Japanese artist home. I don't think I'll call it a compound, since I use that word so much in my builds. But you can see me put in these huge walls around the whole thing. I really wanted this person to have a very secluded, well-protected home. I kind of imagine this person as being a little bit of a recluse, they like being alone a lot. As an artist, I think they're probably just someone who is alone a lot, focuses on their work a lot, kind of like solitude. They find a lot of peace in solitude. I may or may not do a character build for this build. Let me know if you would like to see that. It would just be a single person. It would just be the artist, but let me know if you want to see that. And if you do, then maybe I'll just do that on the weekend or something. But yeah, you can see me putting in these really cute trees. I barely ever use these trees because they're so kind of weird looking with the little bushy ball things on the branches, but I feel like it works with this build, since again this artist is a very like this is an artist home, right? So like with the round windows and the unique architectural features, I figured that he would also have these like really coolly trimmed trees because they're just very artistic looking, very cool looking. But yeah, I don't know how they're growing in this very snowy landscape. I feel like they probably would die, but you know, it's fine. Just imagine it's okay. So here I am putting together this artist's little sculptural garden. It's not done yet. It'll just be finished throughout this build because, you know, as you know with me, I tend to jump around a lot. It's just like the way I build, just the way my mind works. I tend to just have new ideas all of a sudden and I jump to like all over the lot. So I'm sorry if that's a little bit confusing or jarring. It's just, I don't know, it's how I build for some reason. But I'm just trying to explore the debug menu right now, pick out some plants and stuff. These are really cute plants from the Snowy Escape pack. They're really cute. I like them a lot. Again, I don't know how they're growing in this really snowy area, but you know, it's fine. They look really good. I love the texture of the rocks when they're covered in snow. I think they're so beautiful. I think they're so cool. But here I am just putting in a little rock feature on the right side so that when you're walking up to the house to get in, you can pass that really cool rock feature. And then there's like this side path that you can go on to go through the sculptural garden. And that little building, the little square back there behind the main house, that's going to be the artist's workshop. Because I figured that they would need like their own separate space to like build their artwork since it's like their main it's like their occupation, so they probably need like their office space would be like a whole ass workshop, if you know what I mean. But here I'm just making a little circle of rocks. Like I said, a lot of rock placement in this build. And this is going to be for a tree. That's a pretty tree. I really like that tree. I always do this thing in real life where like I'll see things in real life that I know that I have in game, or like it looks like something in game, and I'll point out like, oh, like I have that in The Sims. And it's always interesting to see. Like the other day I saw a tree that looked exactly like the tree I just placed, and I was like, wow, I have that tree in The Sims. Or I'll see like posters and I'll be like, wow, I have that piece of artwork in The Sims. It's just like this weird thing. It makes me feel like I'm in the Matrix sometimes. I don't know. That's just, it makes me very like meta aware of how I have like real life objects in this game. Let me know if you guys have experienced that too, where you see things in real life. You're like, wow, like I have that exact chair design in the game because, you know, a custom content creator saw that chair in real life and decided to recreate it. I feel I get that so much. I don't know why. I think it's because I have so much custom content. And a lot of custom content creators are inspired by real life that I just happen to see things that I have in game in real life. I don't know, let me know if you've experienced that as well. But wow, it's really coming together here. It's not done yet. Obviously we're only like halfway through the video, but it's looking so good. I'm so proud of this. I really hope you guys like this because I really, really like it. Put their little hot springs over there. Yes, obviously they are very, very rich since they have their own private hot springs, and obviously since they own this entire lot. I did figure that this artist is very, very successful. Like they're very, very well known. Not even in just Japan, but like internationally. Like I figured that they're like a very influential, well-known artistic figure. Yeah, you know, thinking about doing a character build, I didn't really consider the age of this person, you know? I didn't really like think about whether or not they were like a younger artist or an older artist, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like based on this build, what do you think, how old do you think the artist would be? Would they be like a young adult, an adult, or like an elder person? Let me know. Let me know what you think. But yeah, here I'm just putting together this little area. I end up putting this like huge sculptural work in the center here. Yeah, that's just like it's a grown-up, what's the word? It's a larger scale trophy. Because like I don't have like a lot of artistic looking sculptures like in my game, so what I ended up doing is just taking like regular other objects and then just scaling them up to look like sculptures. So you'll see me use that technique a lot, especially on the interior in part 2, which will be out tomorrow. And it's just a way for me to create other sculptural works. But now we are on the back side of the build. I'm gonna do, let's see, what am I doing here? Oh, putting in the side door, because there's 2 doors to enter here. There's this main door, which is like the main entrance, and then there's a door on the left. which kind of looks like a huge barn door. You saw it earlier. But that door connects to his bedroom, so he can walk directly out of his bedroom and up through the garden. But here on the back, I'm putting in these tiny, tiny little circle windows because I didn't want to like have, you know, huge windows on both sides, because I kind of thought that would be too much, a little bit too much. But yeah, you can see I put like, I tried this thing out with like all these windows. I ended up cutting it down to just the 3 that I had originally because it was just, again, it was just too much. But here I'm setting up the little artist workshop space that he's gonna have. So I'm just putting on the walls. Let's see, what am I doing here? Just trying to choose my door. Went with that door. It's a cute door. I'm gonna put in some windows. I went with these, which I thought were really cool, especially when they're stacked like that. And then let's see, what am I doing here? Oh, I build like this really, really cool like bridge over like a pond thing that like connects directly into the workshop, as you can see that I'm doing here. It looks so cool. Like I was trying out a lot of new things in this build, and I feel like I discovered a lot of new techniques and layouts and just new like concepts in general, and I'm just really happy with it. So I know I'm tooting my own horn this entire video, but you know, whenever I complete a build that I like, I don't know, I just like to talk about it because I'm so proud, you know. But this is the little lake pond thing I was talking about. So he can, you know, walk into his workshop and then walk out across this bridge into his what's eventually going to be his little garden, or vice versa, walk up the bridge and into his workshop from the garden. But as you can see, I'm just putting in some plants, put in that tree which is so beautiful, more rock placement. Wow, look at those rocks. I love rock placement. I think it's so fun. I mean, it's not really fun, but I really like how it looks in the end. I feel like because I don't really like how terrain paint looks on the ground when it's not like covered by rocks on the side, because I don't know, it's just my personal preference. But yeah, anyways, putting in some lily pads on the pond just for a little touch. I thought that was beautiful. Here's let's see, putting in the door, so that you can enter from that side, and then I'm gonna put in, let's see, oh, here I'm just trying to figure out the roofing situation here. I end up just extending the roof that's already there, which I don't know why I didn't think of that in the first place, but there we go. Extended roof, very beautiful. And then we're gonna put in a tree back there, just make sure all the places that don't have greenery so that there's not like a lot of negative space. Cause I didn't want like huge vast expanses of just like white snow. Like I definitely wanted texture and green and stuff. But here I'm just setting up the staircase. I was trying to figure out how to do it with stairs, and I really didn't like how it was looking. So what I end up doing is I kind of create like this rock staircase, which is definitely probably not super safe since it's covered in snow and you're probably gonna like slip and stuff. And there's no railing or anything. Like, so like in terms of real life application, this is definitely probably not the way to go, but like aesthetically in game, it's so pretty. That little curled rock staircase. So it's fine. If they slip, they slip. It's okay. But I'm just gonna, let's see. What am I doing? I think I'm gonna put in more rocks, no? Oh. We're gonna put in a little fence here. That is the little garden area I was talking about. As you can see, he grows some of his own vegetables and stuff. I don't know how he's growing it in the middle of this snowy place. Maybe they're snow vegetables or something, I don't know. But I just like the aesthetic of it. I think it's really cute. Whenever I can, I try to give people their own gardens just because I've said in past videos, like my dream house would, in real life, my dream house would have like its own little garden so I could grow my own food and stuff. I don't know why, just like the idea of being able to like grow and eat my own food seems very like fulfilling to me. I don't know, so I try to incorporate it into my build sometimes just because I like the idea of it. So he has his own little garden, which is very, very cute. And then over here, I think I'm just gonna put some more sculptures. So these are just scaled up pots, and then more scaled up pots. And then let's see, over here, we're gonna have his little onsen area slash hot springs, just general little outdoor chill space. So gonna give him a little outdoor, it's not like an outdoor kitchen space, it's just like a counter space where he can, grill stuff, make food and chill. Maybe he has friends over sometimes and they like chill out here and stuff. But yeah, I'm just putting this together. I just feel like it's just so nice. This would be so nice. I mean, it'd be cold as hell, but you know, it's okay. And then as you can see, it's all under that canopy there that I placed. And then let's see, more little details, changing out my chairs to these ones because I thought these were more fitting. And yeah, what am I doing here? Giving him some slippers on the ground. Putting some lights around the hot springs just for, you know, lighting purposes. I had trouble figuring out what I was going to do with this big blank area here. What I end up doing is I build this little room, which turns out to be kind of like a second bathroom with like a really big tub and a shower. So I kind of figured that this room could be for where, because before you go in hot springs, you're supposed to like wash off your body and stuff, you know, so that you don't get the water dirty, right? So I just kind of, later on in part 2 of the video, that room kind of becomes like this little shower place where you can wash off and get clean before you go to the hot springs. So that's kind of what that is. I don't know if you call that a bathroom or if it has a specific word to it, but that's what it is. But yeah, that is the exterior of this build. The interior will be out tomorrow, and I really like the interior, so please check it out. I feel like this looks so cool. Wow, I tried a lot of new things here, and I feel like I was pretty successful in applying those things, and it looks great. Yeah, I'm really proud. I hope you guys enjoy this build. Please let me know what you think of it. I always love hearing your comments and your feedback. And thank you to Robin for the suggestion. I love building anything Japanese style. It's one of my favorite architectural styles. I just love the aesthetic. It's so beautiful. Look at that tree. Wow. And the bridge. Wow. And the lily. Wow, this is so pretty. Ah, okay. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.